When I think of climate change, I think about jobs, good paying union jobs. Union workers have been holding this country together during this crisis. The middle class built this country, and unions built the middle class.
On Joe Biden's first day in office, he killed thousands of American jobs. Joe Biden killed hundreds of Wisconsin jobs.
You're talking about 10,000 jobs in the $80,000, $90,000 an hour range that are gone.
Most certainly disappointing, specifically the ones that we've been following, and the one in particular that really impacts my state is basically when he kills the Keystone XL pipeline project. That's going to put a whole lot of rail cars with oil back on the rails. It's going to displace our ability to move our grain to market. It's going to impact dramatically our state and the surrounding states. Not a good way to continue to grow the economy. If you want to grow the economy, you allow for infrastructure to be developed, particularly that which is supported by private industry and which will grow the economy. This is a multi-billion-dollar project that would make it more efficient to move oil, which we're going to be using for decades to come. And unfortunately, he has immediately shut it down. Thousands of jobs, 10,000 jobs involved in this, over 3,500 in South Dakota, 2,000 that are already on the job. No, pretty disappointing to us in South Dakota.
All right, to your point, and I think you touched on it, TC Energy, the first energy company out the gate to say, if this is shut down, 1,000 workers are shut out. It's laying off 1,000 of them. More likely will follow. We've heard that Alberta, Canada's premier, not very happy with this, maybe threatening legal action. I don't know what kind of legal action he can muster, but where does this take that pipeline? I mean, the Canadians can keep it up there, all points in Canada, and ship it to someone else, right?
That's correct. Look, they're going to pump the oil, and it's going to go someplace. It's too valuable not to, and we still need the oil. So it's either going to be shipped to other countries, including China, which has, not the same type of environmental regulations that we have when it comes to, the processing of that oil, or it could come back down into the United States to the specific locations where they actually know how to process it, to actually do that crude oil. Not all of the different refineries use that type of crude. So you got to get it to the ones that do. This was the most efficient way to do it. It's still going to get moved, but now they're probably going to have to go to rail cars. And when you go to rail cars, it's not as safe. And so this was simply the most efficient way to move about 830,000 barrels of crude oil per day that now will probably go either by rail or it'll go to another country. In any event, this particular company had already committed that they would make it carbon neutral in the transportation process, meaning you're not going to get the same kind of a commitment out of rail lines, and you're most certainly not going to get it out of barges or from the country of China.